Hi, my name is Tertius van Eeden, Managing Director of Print on Demand. We're so happy to be part of the Discoop Edge Fusion virtual event this year. Unfortunately, since we're not able to do this live, let's connect, celebrate, and learn from each other. Please follow me inside. Let me show you guys how we connect our customers with the rest of the world. Follow me. This is just a quick introduction to show you guys exactly which continents we connect our customers to. Later, while we go through the factory, I'll show you guys a little bit more. Welcome to Print on Demand. This is our home. In the last 6 years, we will reach 5 major milestones. Please come with me. Let's kick off by number 1. In 2018, we've invested in our very first inkjet solution. We set ourselves a goal of producing 1 billion A4 images by 2021. I'm happy to say that by 2020, we've reached over 500 million A4 images. Let's talk about the history of Print on Demand. So Print on Demand started as a normal copy shop, 64 square meters, 1 printer, 1 guillotine, and today we house over 3,000 square meters. So when we started, we only had 4 staff members. Today, we have over 64 staff members. The vision that I had for the company when we started was to give South African people an opportunity to publish their story. I believe there's so many South African people out there that got stories to tell, but never had the opportunity to do so. So we help self-publishers, publishers, brand owners every single day and help them to make their print pop. Our inkjet solution is running from roll to roll. I believe the key to Print on Demand success is that we can ensure every single customer, when we print a book for them, that their book is complete. No pages is missing, because every single page that we print, we put down a personalized barcode to ensure data integrity. So for all our saddle stitch booklets, we've invested into the IBIS Smart Binder. As I said before, as soon as the machine scans a barcode, it sends the final book through the machine, and through that, we can prove data integrity. Every single book will be perfect when it goes and leaves our factory. So one of the key differentiators about Print on Demand in the market is that we offer book of one. What I mean by book of one, every single book that we produce is different. So as you see the belt running down here at the bottom, as soon as we bind a book, it goes onto a conveyor belt, it goes into a 3-knife trimmer. That machine will scan a barcode, and every single book can be different. We'll cut it to size, and it will move out of our production plant. So the question is, what's making Print on Demand different from all the printers in South Africa? I believe our future lays in book of one. So the machine here in front of me is a Tecna streamlined booklet maker, and what that means is that as soon as we print a book off the machine, we feed it into this machine, and a completed finished book block comes out on the end of the machine. Every single book different. So behind me, guys, is the T240 HP inkjet press. First of its kind in Africa. And what a beauty, I must say. We call it the beast of print on demand. What the capabilities of this machine, we can produce over 1,000 different paper substrates, gives high quality for commercial print, and it also offers us the speed that we need to deliver a book of one to our customers. So by spending time with Print on Demand today, one thing that I think you've noticed is that we only have digital equipment. That's been a strategic decision by management that for us, it's all about the environment. We want to cut down on excess waste, and for us is the digital technology does just that. What's nice about the Print on Demand model is that our customers can order books online, and within a day, the books gets printed at Print on Demand, and in 2 days, through the distribution center, we can deliver books to our end customers. So as we enter, you'll see behind me is the last warehouse. This is where all our stock being received every single day. All our fulfillment gets done, and after it's being shrinked up, we then send it off to the end customer. Now that you've seen the factory, join me and let me show you the most exciting part of this business is meeting the management team.
Tertius, I'd like to thank you very much for the time that you've afforded to ourselves to go on this wonderland tour of your plant. Fred, I've got a few questions for you that I need to ask you.
Before you start, I must just say I've been waiting so long to get you in the studio.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy you're here.
Thank you very much, Mr. van Eeden. Would you mind giving us a brief overview of Print on Demand?
Yeah, for sure, Pierre. I know our business started 6 years ago with one black and white machine, small little copy shop, 64 square meter facility in Canal Walk. And yeah, by the grace of God, we grew into an organization that houses over 3,000 square meters, some of the best technology that I believe that South Africa has seen. And also we started with 4 staff members. Today we have 64 permanent staff members. So now I think as a business, now with the technology we have, there's quite a few markets that we're making some inroads in.
Yeah, it's been an absolute phenomenal eye-opener for me, I beg your pardon, is I've known you since 2007, Tertius, so we've walked a very long road together, and as I said, what I've seen in your plant over the 6 years has been absolutely phenomenal growth, and I would call that a wonderland of print that you've got downstairs in terms of the vision that you've had in the printing industry.
I appreciate it, Pierre.
Tertius, would you mind explaining to us and the audience what markets you operate in?
Pierre, I think let me start first at where our business started. So when we started in 2015, the main focus and vision I had for the company was really to give previous disadvantaged people an opportunity to tell a story. I believe there's so many people in South Africa that really never had the opportunity for their stories to be published. We then brainstormed and came to the idea of let's create a small little, let's call it publishing house where we could potentially assist those guys, but also then produce 10, 15, 20, 50 books just to help them to get into the market. And like I say, we started that in 2015, and it's been quite a an exciting road for us. You know, we had some special guys, and sometimes I get teary speaking about it. We had an 86-year-old lady that came to produce her first book, a 10-year-old boy that had some illness, and I think he was 85% blind. Wow. And still ended up producing his first book. And you know, for me, the magical moment is looking at that guys and hand over a printed copy that they've worked so hard for. I think that's just, at the end of the day, gives that sense of, wow, that's what we're about.
And it's their personal experience that has been published.
From the beginning to the end, Pierre. So, you know, they come in here, they sit with the team. At the end of the day, sit with the designers. We put the whole book together. Then also we look at what markets they want to enter. Nice thing about print on demand, we just don't print 50, 100,000 copies. For us, it's about listening to the customer and looking at their needs. So we have customers that don't have deep pockets where they could potentially afford 500 to 1,000 books. So a few years ago, we've made a strategic decision to change our business model to focus on a true book of one. Right. So for us, it's, you know what, listen to the customer, produce one copy. We signed up to one of the largest retail and distribution houses in South Africa. And the beauty about it is we upload their titles for them, we manage it, and really put their business on autopilot. And what I mean by autopilot is we print, they tell us what the selling price must be, and at the end of the month, as soon as the sale goes through, quarterly, we just give their royalties back to them. And I believe that's a beautiful business for them.
Sure. Yeah. You're a phenomenal man, Tertius. You've always amazed me in terms of how you've always given back to the community, which is a pleasure to hear. As we know, Tertius, printing has changed so much over the years. What changes have had the biggest impact on your business in the past few years, Tertius?
Yeah, I think with the acquisition of the inkjet has really been the part that set our business aside from the other printing companies. Now, when we entered the market, yes, there was one or two other players in the market. But I do think that it was a strategic decision from us to focus on, let's call it, the lower spectrum work. Right. At that time, like I say, the author self-publishers. Because like I said previously, I believe there is still so many stories to be told. Oh, yeah. I think in South Africa, our market, we very much focus on education, long volume work. But I think also traditionally, that was the business that every single printer was set up to do. Correct. As I took the audience through a walk earlier, I showcased our technology, and I think by doing that, they've realized that there's not one machine in our factory that's litho-driven. Everything is digital, short-run driven, and also it's been a strategic decision because we are very much focus on the environment. For us, we want to cut down on waste. We want to cut down on the carbon footprint. So for us, again, strategically, that's been a decision on our side.
Sure, sustainability being a big thing in your business.
It's massive, Pierre. You know, also the paper that we buy in is all forest approved paper. And again, with our technology and driving a book of one, we buy in our reels especially to fit the end customer's needs.
Right. Oh, interesting. As you know, Tertius, world went through a bad patch in 2020. If you don't mind me asking, how did it impact your business, Tertius?
Yeah, I think our business, it impacted positively. My thoughts and prayers goes out to those businesses. Unfortunately, that has not been, or that has not survived. You know, there's lives also lost during this pandemic. But I think having a young, dynamic team, we were able to shift gears quite quickly, change direction. So I think overall, COVID has really, or let me say, I've welcomed COVID, giving us that change of direction.
Yeah, excellent. So your business was very successful during the 2020 COVID period?
For the first 3-4 months, as we know, unfortunately in South Africa, you know, there was a hard lockdown. Yes. We're not one of those businesses that had what do you call it? Special print. What was it called?
Essential services, essential products. Yeah.
So, we as a business also had to close down. But again, I think during COVID, during that period, we as a management team has not worked that hard. It has given us an opportunity to collaborate, to think really where we want to take the business,
Right.
and like I said previously, change gears.
Right.
And by doing that, we are where we are today.
Excellent. Book buying was up between 5 and 19%, depending on whose research you use. Would that be applicable to your business, print on demand?
Yes, Pierre. I think even if we look at the acquisition of the T240,
Right.
The whole idea for us to invest in another inkjet solution is really to give us as a company additional capacity.
Right.
So during COVID and past COVID, yes, book production has gone up, but I think our success is not just really in that. Our success is how we impact our customers' lives. And we impact them by giving them national and international distribution. We are focusing on ebook production and distribution. We focus on audiobook production and distribution. And then also from a print production point of view, we have definitely seen that the run length has been shortened, but we get more frequent orders coming through.
Right.
So I can definitely go with that figures you've shared.
Really? Between 5 and 19% growth?
I think so.
That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Because people are talking about the litho industry as we know it taking a bit of a knock at the moment in terms of, so, with you having that growth is
I
absolutely
think, Pierre, the challenge is, and sorry for jumping in there, I think the challenge with their business is that, traditional print as we know it, or the way that I see it, their success is really with the longer runs.
Yes.
But I think now during COVID, we've realized that people need distribution also. At least that's my view.
Right.
So again, our customer order more frequently, but we are able to turn it around at the pace that they want it. Hence the reason we can put more through our factory.
What makes your company different from other PSPs, as we refer to print service providers? What makes your company different to other print service providers in South Africa, Tertius?
So, Pierre, I think strategically, 3 years ago, we've made a decision that we want to focus purely on the book of one model.
Right.
And what I mean by book of one is print one book at a time and distribute it. So all the equipment that we got, the way that we buy in our paper or our procurement, our production facility is driven towards that goal in mind.
Right. What challenges are you facing or overcoming? And what keeps you up at night, my friend?
I think, Pierre, one of the biggest challenges that we have is to educate our customers. Our industry in South Africa, I think, is very rich in commercial, traditional litho printing.
Yes.
And I think a lot of our customers has bought into the idea of running longer run lengths, paying lower unit prices,
Yep.
and they are used to top quality. Don't take me wrong, I don't say that digital quality is not top quality, but I do believe that with the investments in new inkjet technology,
Right.
we're not on par yet with the commercial traditional print. I do believe that when we upgrade the HP T240 to a T250, we're going to get that commercial quality that we as a company need.
Right.
And I think when we do that, we will be able to unlock different markets.
In the commercial sector.
Especially in the commercial market, Pierre. I think, for books, we got that down to a winning formula.
Right.
It's really for us to see what can we do in a commercial market, and how can we unlock that, and also how could we potentially give our customers an opportunity to use the modern technology to their advantage.
Right. Well, we've gone through a lot of trials that we've done for your business, Print on Demand, by using the T250 technology, which is the brilliant inks and the high definition heads. And we've shown you samples of those. And to be quite honest with you, I was actually blown away by the quality that is coming off the T250 press, which is eminent upgrade to your T240 happening one of these days. And I have all the faith that you would be able to start having a look at serious commercial printing markets, Tertius, with the T250.
I must even just compliment you on that for arranging that for us, and you and your team going out of their way to produce it. And I must say, wow, it's if you have that samples in front of you, print speaks by itself. So I'm very happy. I'm extremely excited. I'm looking forward to really grow our company and unlocking new markets that we've not really in the past been part of.
Sure. And the 250, I believe, Tertius, is going to give you linearity from your book production through to the commercial work that you're looking at untapping.
Yes.
If you agree with me.
No, I agree with you, Pierre. I mean, again, let's talk a little bit about the technology. For me, the big advantage is the wider range of substrates, something that we could not do before. The brilliant inks, like you guys call it, the samples, like we've just said now, speaks for itself. Right. I mean, the quality, I think, on an inkjet roll-to-roll solution is unmatched. I have not seen that before. No.
May I ask you what keeps you up at night, my friend?
I think, Pierre, what keeps me up, if you know me, I really don't sleep.
I know.
So for me, it's just to find ways and means to assist our customers better. Right. For me, it is giving them a certain advantage in the market. And if we could be that solution where we could ultimately drive their business to success, then that's where I want to be. We are going to make some massive investments in new technology within the next 4 to 6 months. And I hope that within the next year, when you come and visit me again, you'll see a little robot running down at the bottom and helping us a little bit. So no, we want to embrace technology. We want to make technology part of our DNA. But also, I think it's important for human and technology to work together.
Absolutely, Tertius.
I think there's a big thing where people look at the new investments and they think, you know what, but where does it leave me? And I think that's the problem that we have.
Second last question, my friend. What is your strategic vision for 2021, and what groundwork are you already doing to prepare for the future?
I don't think that we're really going to change direction now.
Right.
I think our eyes is very much set on what we have unlocked currently. It is just for us to do it was probably better. To get a better buy-in from our customers. So if we need to do anything, it's really going to be about education.
Right.
It's going to be education towards our customers, for them to really understand where does the technology fit in, and then just drive it to the best of our ability.
Excellent. And I'm sure you will, Tertius. I'm sure you will.
I'm hoping for it.
Tertius, I really don't know how to thank you on behalf of Chemtech, HP. HP's PWP side, in terms of making this time available. I know how busy you are, and I just would personally like to thank you for the business, and we will be there to guide you, hold your hand, and I'd just like to say thank you very, very much indeed, my friend.
Thank you, Pierre. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been a long road. I mean, for us, like you said previously, to where we are today. And I'm super excited of what the future is going to hold.
Right.
I think this is only the start. Looking at the technology, looking at the industry, I must say I'm extremely excited. So to you, your team, and everyone that joined us today, thank you very much. I think also to the Scoop business unit that has arranged this, thank you for making us part of your virtual event. It's been exciting, and thank you. And to everyone out there, hopefully next year or the years to come, we'll be able to do this together. So all the best to everyone. Thank you.